Okay, this is Jared Williamson. I'm starting a YouTube channel primarily for fun, but I hope you guys learned something from it. It's called Adventist Preparedness and Survival. And what I'm going over today is water filtration for the layman. It's a ground level explanation and it's got no math in it. Okay, so this is, for your average person that wants to understand. Okay. And the questions I'm going to address is why some filters remove bacteria, viruses, volatile organic compounds, pesticides, whatever else, but not something like table salt, sodium chloride. Or why do you need a special filter to remove fluoride from water if that's what you want to do? Okay. Filtration is the process of taking a contaminated water solution, passing it through a filter. In this case, it's filter paper. And the filter paper catches the contaminants on it and lets the water pass right on through. And so here we see, if we go out, if we look in, zoom in, we see the solid residue of my impurities is caught there in the filter paper. Okay. Well, if you take a zoomed in look at the filter paper under extreme magnification, and here I have the source, it's got these tiny little holes in it we call pores. And that's what lets the water go through, but catches the impurities with the idea that the impurities are larger than the size of the holes. And the water that makes it through, the water molecules, are smaller than the size of the holes. By the way, just so you know, the drippings that come through is called the filtrate. And we're presuming that that's purified water here if my filter worked really well. Here I have an example of impure water. I made this on my computer. And here I have water molecules. Water molecules, according to various sources, have a diameter of about 282 picometers, which is 1 picometer is what, 10 to the minus 10 meters? No, 10 to the minus 12. Okay, I should know that. I forgot what it is. Okay, really small. Okay. And here I drew an impurity and I just made it roughly double the size, 570 picometers. So I have the impurity is larger than the water. And here I have a side view of my filter paper right here. These little holes right here are the pores. And we could see as the water flows down this way, the direction of flow, the water is small enough to make it through those pores, the holes, but the impurities are large enough that they cannot get through. Okay, and that's what filters out the impurities from the water. Here I have a saltwater solution, sodium chloride. I looked it up. Water is 282 picometers in diameter. The chloride ions, salt water consists of sodium chloride, and in water, it floats around as separate sodium ions and separate chloride ions apart from each other, floating around. Okay. Chloride ion has a diameter of about 362 picometers and sodium about 204 picometers. And these are close enough to the size of water that pretty much all filters are not selective enough to let the water through, but not the chloride ions. And here I could see the water molecules are going through as it flows this way. These sodium ions, being smaller than water, of course, they're going to go through, because if they're large enough to let water through, then sodium being smaller will go through. The chloride ions are actually able to go through because they're close enough to the size of water that they'll make it through too. Okay. So that's pretty much how filters and filter paper works. Next time, I'll go over adsorption filtration, which will explain how certain filters can pull out fluoride ions, even though fluoride is smaller than water molecules. Fluoride, selenium, and arsenic. I'll also go over distillation, and I'll also go over ion exchange resins, which ones I put together in a video. I might do them one separately each, or I might do all three in one. I don't know, but that's what I plan on going over next. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far. There's a distillation of salt water. I'll go over that next time. Anyway, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If you got something, it's meant to be real fundamental, real basic, not real long. And if you got something out of this, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. If you got something out of it, and certainly comments, please. Constructive criticism is very much appreciated. So thank you and goodbye.